crack on with it, shall we? No more shit music. Well, hello and welcome into this Tuesday's Movie News. I am Jonathan C. Walsh, a bespeckled Jonathan, here to discuss the world of movies, the world of Hollywood, and in particular, on this show tonight, more centric in the world of Thor, but the world of Marvel and superhero movies. That's what I'm in to discuss. I'm here to break down the trailer which dropped at an ungodly hour. I want to say round about the back of 4 AM this morning. That's what Marvel and Disney like to do to us people in Britain. They like to shaft us royally. They like to shaft us like the royal family shafted Princess Diana, allegedly, in a tunnel in Paris, by releasing these trailers when we are all asleep. I wasn't asleep, but I was ready for my bed. Therefore we couldn't react to it. So I'm here to break down the trailer instead, which is not going to be as good, sadly. But I will endeavour to do my fucking best to break it down and give my thoughts on it. I'm going to do it via this fucking article, but in a ambitious attempt, I'm also going to be flipping between the article and the actual trailer itself. So this could go dramatically wrong. I'm going to press that little macro so when I go back to myself, hopefully, I will not relive the intro again. This is going to be a fucking shambles. I'm going to just lay my cards on the table early doors and say this is going to be a shambles. But it was a great trailer. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the teaser trailer, which was obviously to the soundtrack of Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. It's an 80s vibey movie. Taika Waititi, obviously a very much a Generation X. I think he's an X-Gen X. He's Gen X. He was born and bred in that era. He lived through the 80s. He's a man, a byproduct of the 80s. And you can sense that he just lives for this movie, for the sort of vibes that he's producing via the music, for the artistic styles, which is so 80s. It is 3:53, right? I can't read that from me. I'm going to bring it over. It's 3:53 night in India now. It's, yeah, Stephen's just put in the chat, it's 11:23 here, which is late as fuck. There's a lot of people sleeping just now here, but not me. I'm doing a live show on YouTube, because that's the kind of guy I am. I just live for night time. I am an owl. I am a weirdo. And I like to embrace it in every way I can. But yeah, man, you can just tell that this is right up Taika Street, this sort of 80s vibe. He's going for the colourful costumes, even down to Thor's new get-up. His armour is absolutely magnificent in this trailer. It just reeks of the 80s, and I love every fucking second of it. But look, man, as you can see here, I'm going to get through it. They have pinpointed some of these standout moments of the trailer. What I liked about this trailer was that it told its own personal little story. It was almost like a 3-act breakdown of the movie itself. You're getting what's happening with the Mighty Thor, what's happening with Thor, how did he lose that beer belly, where his gore came from, what is his origins, what's Valkyrie doing. The only thing we didn't really get in this was the Guardians. That was the only thing that we had issues with in this. We didn't get to see quite enough Peter Quill for me, but I'll bring this up. Sadly not going to be able to play it. I've just pressed the wrong thing there. I'm amazed it didn't change a scene, but it didn't. And we'll break through this trailer bit by bit. I'm not going to spend an unbelievably long time on it. It is a 2-minute 15-second trailer, but yeah. If YouTube isn't working, at least make Patreon open for family, man, for 1-2 videos only. Just put the review on YouTube. Look, I will get that video up. If it's the last thing I do, that video will go up on YouTube. I'm a very sort of, as I says, I was a bit of a night owl weirdo there, the hours I frequent. I'm like Stephen Strange in that first Doctor Strange movie with Ngomadu at the end, where he is fighting this huge beast on a loop for an eternity, and he breaks it down and he wins. That will be me with this video. If I have to re-edit this video 15 times to get it on YouTube with monetization on or off, I don't really care. If I have to edit it 15 times to get it out and visible, it will fucking be on our YouTube this week, visible. Believe me. But yeah, this trailer, sadly can't play it So it will be screen grabs. This is YouTube for you. It'd be fair, it's Disney, they probably won't bother. But I daren't press play, just in case they strike the channel and we lose the ability to go live, because that'd be painful. But they start off in that little article that I brought up there, saying, where is Thor? And as you can see here, there is the very place where Thor is currently residing at the beginning of this trailer. It is a fucking tremendous wide shot. It's got very Japanese vibes to it. The tree, beautiful twin sunset, or rise. Just a stunning wide shot to sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, buff the beginnings of this trailer. That's the best I can come up with. We've got two shadowy figures here, but he's the main man. He's sitting, he's meditating. It's giving me vibes with Luke Skywalker at the end of The Last Jedi. Lord knows I hope it's not the death of Thor, because fuck, I've had enough of that. Meditating into nothing, never to be seen again, unless it's a Force Ghost, but that doesn't exist in Marvel. But look, they've actually got information. They've got a breakdown of where this could potentially be, and as you can see here, he's meditating under a mysterious tree at sunset. They are suggesting it could be the planet of, get this, I'm trying to read it, the desert world of Indigo, as they bear close relation to these so-called Skylords who ruled over the planet before being killed by Gore. The historical ties to the story of Gore the God Butcher make their appearance here make even more sense. In the original material, Thor even brought rain to the desert planet, which could explain Korg's audience's rapt attention. I nearly had a stroke trying to say that there. As you can see here, he's got a rapt sort of audience. They're all looking at him. It's all very C-3PO, Return of the Jedi, where he is some strange sort of idyllic god that they have been carving into their primitive stone. He tells the stories, he woos them. They're enraptured by his stories. It's giving me vibes of that. There's a lot of Star Wars vibes in this trailer. Cog's there, he's regaling them with the story of Thor. And Thor sort of rise and fall, whatever the hell he is just now. I keep bringing up random next videos, and it's someone brushing a fluffy mic. Wonderful. And as you can see, he tells the story of Thor. Thor is going through a journey in this trailer alone, let alone where he's went from the beginning of the MCU to where he is just now in terms of a character. He goes through a journey in this trailer. He's the sort of, there's a name for this, I can't recall what the name is. It's the sort of term they give to the pirates in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's in a sense pirate Thor here. He is thrown off the metal armour. He is thrown off the burden of being a god of Asgard. Of course, Asgard no longer exists. And he's fully embraced this ragtag ruffian lifestyle with the Guardians. He's got the sleeveless leather vest going on, he's got the boots, he's got the jeans. It's all very 80s, it's all very Sons of Anarchy. And as you can see, standing on top of a rock with Peter Quill there, no less. There he is, himself. Almost leading these people out. And it's Cog's dulcet Antipodean, is that what you call it? Antipodean tones which are guiding us through where this man is. I have to say, Chris looks absolutely fabulous in this fucking trailer. He is ripped, and we see that at the end, and we'll get to that, I'm absolutely certain. But no amount of weight training, no amount of riches and idyllic Aussie lifestyle can beat the sands of time. And Father Time is sadly starting to wage a war upon Chris's face. He's 40 now, I believe, or late 30s anyway, and he still looks fucking good. But it's one thing I noticed in this trailer. He's a far cry from what we've seen in 2000 and whatever it was, 9 or whatever, when we get the first Thor movie, Kenneth Branagh's Thor movie. But man, he's telling the story of this guy, how he came to be, obviously Mjolnir, Stormbreaker. And we get to this moment, and I'm going to get to it, it's not this one. Where the fuck is it? How he met the Guardians. Obviously, look at the fucking haircut, incidentally. This incredible wig that this man has been sporting for the best part of a decade. Back again, it looks like. And it is a wig. Chris doesn't like his hair to be that long, apparently. Look at the way it just flops over. Look at those bangs. Look at the effortlessness this guy just exudes. Just something about him. He reeks of Aussie. That Aussie carefree lifestyle. You just crack open a beer, you sit by the water, you're chilled, you're tanned. It's just fucking something about that country. No one does it better than Australia. What's up, Mike? Welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing very well, Mike. Fall Living Thunder looks fun. It does, doesn't it? It looks very fun. This guy, it just looks fun, man. This is the kind of guy I like to go out on a night out with. Him and Johnny Depp. And I'll get into Johnny, I'm sure, at some point. If I run out of time with this trailer breakdown. And I shouldn't. Because no one can speak like I can. And rip the absolute arse out of 2 minutes of trailer like I can. Stephen will attest to that when we've done breakdowns of other trailers shorter than this, how long it runs because of my speaking. But there was a specific moment I wanted to get into. He's telling about these sort of, I mean, look at this, look at the shots, man, look at the shots. This gives me visions of the Guardians of the Galaxy game that I've just no long completed a month back, where they actually go down under and they meet Adam Warlock, of course. And it's this sort of huge, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not prehistoric, but it's like some sort of fossilised thing underground that gives me vibes of that. But of course, that's not the rationale behind this. Cog is narrating Thor's journey, and he's explaining how he lost the beer gut. And as you can see there, he has still got the belly. He has still got the beard. And he's got two ginormous chains, and he's going to town here. And as you can see, this man is getting some help from his new friends, the Guardians of the Galaxy. This was the fucking shot I wanted to look at. Look at this wide shot now. I'll come back to this. We're 22 seconds into this trailer, and we've had two absolutely stupendous wide shots already. I don't know who the cinematographer is for this movie. I've not delved that deeply into it. I just know it's Taika Waititi who's got his hands on it. And with that comes a certain stylistic visual that he always presents in these movies. If it's a sort of indie, What We Did in the Shadows, it's The Hunt for the Wilder People, whatever the hell that was called, not seen it in a while, or if it's a huge Marvel movie, he brings a sort of stylistic visual that is synonymous with the name of Waititi. And it doesn't really matter what cinematographer's involved, and you can see it already, man. I've got the poster that's just released. The poster is absolute fucking sexualness. That's probably not even a word. But that poster will be on my wall within the month, because it is unbelievable. I'm doing fine, Scottish Midge, Matt E.O. Because that's your little Gaelic name, isn't it? Matthew. It's almost French. I mean, I think Gaelic and French are kind of linked, aren't they? It's a sort of, we're not getting into language. It's a slippery slope. I'll step away from that precipice right now. But I love this, man. This is, again, just a single shot, and it's hinting at the sort of origins, well, not the origins, but what became of these unlikely bedfellows after Endgame. How they helped each other. There's clearly some bromance between Peter Quill and Thor. You can see that in the teaser when he's looking into his eyes. Loved up. And you can see here that they are helping him get back into fighting shape. And I love that, man. I love just subtle little pieces of imagery, the juxtaposition. It does so much to give you so much with so little, in a sense. So much story in this 2 minute 15 second trailer. And as you can see, he's back in fighting form. The biceps are out, fucking shredded. He's got the sort of Nordic throwback cape thing going on. But this is the old armour, and I want to get into the new armour, because the new armour is a thing of absolute fucking beauty. And everything I spoke about at the start of this show, start of this breakdown about Taika Waititi's visuals, the 80s vibe. If you thought the sort of pirate Thor was 80s vibe, just fucking, I don't know, manifested, then wait to see this. I'll try and find the actual, I'm just going to skip ahead here, I don't give a shit. Look at that fucking armour. Look at the armour. It's almost, what they called, I'm blanking on their name. Don't know why I'm blanking on their name. Goldfuckers. Adam Warlock's a part of it. The organisation, sort of police of the galaxy. It's like them. It's like that vibe. I should know this. Matthew, yep. I saw Downton Abbey and A New Era. Downton Abbey, a New Era I should say, with my 80-year-old mom today. It was great. It was like spending time with old friends. You know, I have never seen a single Downton Abbey, man. I've heard of it, of course. And I know it's hugely successful. I know it ticks a multi-demographic sort of box. There's a whole array of people going to watch it. I think they brought a movie out not too long back as well, and it done amazing at the box office. And obviously over here, British people just love looking back at that era, don't they? And there's some sort of obsession with it. You see The Crown, you see things like that. We're obsessed with that sort of stuff over here. So it's been hugely successful. But for me, I have still not seen a single thing from Downton. But I'm the type of guy that likes to go back and binge watch things. And Lord knows I did sort of tuck the feet into the sort of borderline TV slippers that is The Crown. Not a huge fan of the royal family, admittedly, but I enjoyed that show. It was fantastic. Really, really did. Matt Smith was magnificent as Prince Philip. And of course it was, God, what's she called again? Claire Foy as Betty herself. Love the glasses, thank you, Matthew. I just couldn't bear taking them off. I don't know why I'm wearing them. I don't even need them at this distance. But I thought I'll put them on. Earlier on, I just didn't bother taking them off. So there you go. Take from that what you will. But yeah, this is a cool moment. We see him see Mjolnir again. That wasn't even English. I will reword that. Thor witnesses his old friend, his old weapon, for the first time in many a year since his sister, Hela was it, destroyed it in Ragnarok. And of course it's all cracked and it's been held together by the sheer power of the gods themselves. He calls on it, and just as it's nearly in his grasp, like an old friend, like a dog maybe caught between two warring spouses, set to divorce and has to pick which home's going to be its future home, it decides, you know what, Thor, fuck you. I don't want to be with you. I'm going to go to this lady right here. Look at the shock in his face. The man can't half believe it. His old friend was tantalisingly close. But nope, it's found a new home, and the new home is with the incredible biceps sporting not Jane Foster, what's her name again? I don't know, doesn't matter. Jane, anyway. The Mighty Thor. And I spoke about this woman the other day. I spoke about the musculature on her arms. She is a force to be reckoned with. She has clearly worked incredibly hard to get into shape for this movie. She's in her 40s now, is Natalie. And so impressed with the deltoid definition, with the biceps. That takes a lot of fucking work, man, to put that mass on. And I respect the work she's put in for this role. Clearly something really special going on in the script, because this is not a woman who just picks and chooses, or has to pick anything that comes her way. She can be in the sort of relative luxurious position of picking what script she wants. Taika must have produced something special for this character. And we do get a sort of insight into what's happened with her in the interwinding years between Dark World and where we are just now in this MCU. She's been missing for a couple of years. And man, you just look at honestly, I keep saying it, but look at the armour, man, this guy is sporting. It's like Thor on steroids. Look at this fucking helmet. Just look at this guy, man. Nova Corps, by the way, is the name of that organisation I was thinking about. It's almost Nova Corps-esque armour. It's just extraordinary. The visuals in this movie are off the charts. So stylistic. Even the things they're doing, like the soft blur. There's moments where there's like soft focus on the obviously my protagonist. Just the cinematography tricks going on, the palette, the lighting. Look at the subtleness here with the reds and the cape. It's just absolutely wondrous, man, what's going on an artistic level. And it's for that reason that I can never quite grasp the likes of Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola. I understand this isn't designed for those guys, though. Those guys are traditional filmmakers, drama, human condition filmmakers. Not to suggest that Taika can't do that in these kind of movies, but for them to come out and say this isn't cinema, that it's cut and paste cinema, to quote Denis Villeneuve, I'm just not having it, man. There's some brilliant work goes into these movies. I just had a couple of pints of Guinness. Well, lucky you, Matthew. Lucky you. Sadly, I have to be up quite early by my standards tomorrow, so I daren't. But I have got a bottle of Francis Canner and a couple of Guinness as well, sitting, cooling, chilling, waiting on me. And you best believe I'll get into them at some point this week, because no one likes a drink more than me, and you know that, Matthew, more than anyone. Just how much I like a drink, and just how much I can drink you under the table. But we'll not go into that argument. It's like, just look at the wide shot, man. Look at these two old friends, these two love interests. he is remembered to the fucking hour how long she's been away. Her, not so much. Clearly been doing some shit and seeing some shit. Even down to this, man. Look at the vibes we've got here. It's like a flashlight. It's fucking party. I want to get out. Once you're in love and it was a gas. It's giving me that vibe. That sort of 80s vibe. I'm getting Blondie. What's my dog doing? My dog's having a fucking stroke next to me. You alright, my friend? What's happening, Harley boy? I don't know what happened there. I think he was sleeping and my singing and a bit of spontaneous fucking movement woke him up. Nothing I can do about that, sadly. But look, man, this movie just gives me that 80s vibe. I'm thinking Bondi, I'm thinking Police, I'm thinking fucking Prince here. And it's just giving me all those vibes, man. It looks like a sheer nutter fucking party. Get Cog here, just so happy to see this guy back. Thor in the it shouldn't work, but it does work armour. Again, he wears that armour, and the standout thing in that shot is still his arms, which shows you how much he's been hard to work in the gym as well. Well, I'll call it out just now, man. I think Jane's hair here is absolutely dynamite as well. She's got the subtle little curls going on there, the sort of longer cut. She's in a good place just now, this character. I hope she hasn't get cancelled at the comic book version, but yeah. She's in a good place. You can see they're having the conversation. How long's it been? I think he says something like fucking 5 years, something amount of months, 18 days. Just again, building the foundations for what we're getting with these two characters. We know he was in a really dark place in Endgame, and he's seen her lying in Asgard, and he had interactions, didn't he? He's depressive. It's good to see this guy in a happier state again. I'm sure Peter Quill and Rocket and all of that have had a part to play in it. Wondrous shot again here. Lovely wide shot. Obviously it's all CG, as you expect. But look, I'm just going to cut ahead. I mean, this is all very Titanic, James Cameron, fucking Celine Dion, and it's all well and good, but it's not really what I'm here for. I'll linger on this. There's Valkyrie. She has a cool fucking moment in this trailer, let me tell you, with Gore. I did speak about Chris, and he's sort of aging. Sadly, he's not youth eternal. None of us are. But you can just see in the sort of close-up shots that this man is aging, and it pains me physically. Obviously, he looks absolutely incredible. He's a father to many kids now, hugely successful, fucking superstar actor. But it does pain me, man, to see these guys starting to get older. Father time starting to catch up. We've already lost Tony, we've lost Steve, obviously Robert Downey and Chris Evans from this universe. And I'm just going to revel in these movies, revel in the time we're spending with Chris's Thor, because this is something that I'm not going to say I grew up with, because I was 19 when the first MCU movie came out, but I've been on a journey with these characters in these movies, and I just want to enjoy spending as much time. We've already obviously lost Scarlet as well as Black Widow from the universe. It's almost like a changing of regard here, and there's concerns about this movie maybe phasing him out for the Mighty Thor, and I think Taika's come out and addressed that. We hope that's not the case. No offence to Natalie Portman, but I want Chris to be portraying this character for at least another 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and then he hangs it up when he's knocking on the 50s, because it's just that's. I mean, you got to give him his fucking time. But look, man, just stunning fucking shots here. Here we have Gore. Again, there's something brilliant about this shot. This is obviously this symbiotic weapon that he wields, which is a god killer. I think it had been linked to I thought it was a Titan, but it was something like that anyway, a Celestial or something. Talk that this isn't actually going to be the same weapon from the comics. Maybe it's watered down because it'd be too fucking powerful, even for Thor. But this guy has been ruffling some feathers today. There's been lots of connotations with Voldemort, and just purely because he's a bald-headed man, he's very pale. He's obviously not seen a lot of sunlight. And as someone who is, of course, also a bald-headed man and rather fucking pale, what a bit fucking unfair, isn't it? Just because he's a baldy and he's pale, that means he's Lord Voldemort. Does that mean I'm Lord Voldemort? But look, man, he's such a cool looking fucking character. This is probably the standout moment in the whole trailer for me. The shot of him just coming out of this snake-like fucking wall. The wall looks as though it's living. And he comes out and it's just haunting. You can see what they're talking about when they speak about Voldemort, because of course he is. He's got the Voldemort vibes. But I just hope that this quashes this stupid notion that was going about social media about a month or so back when we get the teaser, and the first tentative looks at Christian Bale. He obviously wasn't in the teaser, but the first shots of him leaked, and there was people up in arms on social media speaking about it's not representative of the comic book Gore. He doesn't have tentacles. He's not this larger than life CGI version. We do not fucking need that. We have Christian Bale, one of the greatest actors in the last 30 years, portraying this character. This man has broken his word and come back to comic book movies. You don't bring this guy back and cover his face up with CG. You let this man work his magic. Show every twitch in his face, because fuck knows he will give us a performance. I'm sure of it. Let me bring this over so I can read it. We have got Dr. Winston O'Boogie. What a fucking name. That's a great name. Was that linked to John Lennon by any chance? I want to say it is. I think that was a pseudonym. Is that what we call it? Pseudonym? An alias of John Winston Ono Lennon. Can't wait to see this. Most anticipated after Multiverse of Madness. Don't bring that up. I've still not fucking seen that movie. I'm going this weekend. I promise you. I've been very busy. Just inordinately busy. Busy to the point where I'm not even getting to hospital appointments. So I will address that probably Saturday. Go and see that. And then I'm just going to bowl to this fucking movie. I don't even want to hear about Multiverse of Madness. I've managed to stay away from everything regarding that movie. Everything. I've seen it grossed $800 million. It's past that mark. It's now the most successful movie of 2022. It's beat the Batman. Not bad, eh? Once again, Kevin hits a ball out the park. It's a fucking home run for comic book movies. Looks more like Death from Bill and Teddy does, doesn't he? And that was your man William Sadler, of course. Your man from Shawshank, and of course Die Hard 2. Butt naked in that movie, if I recall correctly. William Sadler's deaf character, absolutely. He does. But look, it's Christian Bale. What I will say about here, about this character is, look, that is a cool moment, it really is. And he has some brilliant lines in here. But there is a delivery of a line which left me a little bit uninspired, and I hope when they speak about reshoots for this movie, and Lord knows I think it has been reshot in bits, I hope one of the lines they go back and work, and look at that, it's fucking unreal. You know, the more I look at this, man, this is just giving me vibes of Guardians. You kill a dragon in the Guardians of the Galaxy game, that's this huge sort of fucking planet with this fallen debris. And it's like this monster queen. This is giving me vibes of that, man. That's the second time I've had vibes of the Guardians game in this trailer. But again, it's a stunning wide shot. It's this line here. There's a line here where he says, all gods must die. And there's just something off about the delivery. And look, I love Christian. I've said it. I've made my statement. I think he's one of the greatest actors of the last 30 years, 40 years, ever, potentially. He's an Academy Award-winning actor. But there was something incredibly wooden about his delivery of that line, all gods must die. It's almost like he'd been on a bender the night before. He'd been rattling the Jaeger bombs, and he obviously he's had to deliver that line, all gods must die. And it's like Cockney Christian Bale again. He's Welsh, this guy, but he's Welsh, he's American, and he's Cockney, sometimes in the same sentence. And it's like, all gods must die. And that was Sean Bean. I don't know what happened there. But it's like, look at this guy, man. He looks haggard. He looks as though he's been through the wars. This is a man that looks as though he can kill gods and has killed gods many, many times. How you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing? Saw that the Arabic Kutu reaction was blocked, sadly. Such a shame. People, however, had luck reacting to the whole Beast movie on Netflix in parts. Maybe you could try that. Love your channel. We are going to be doing that, my friend. Me and Stephen have been having discussions about that. Between maybe the Family Man reaction and going on to do another show, we're talking about reacting to Triple R and Beast. So we certainly are going to be reacting to that, I think. Just trying it. Because we've not really done the movie thing. And look, some of these episodes we're reacting to are 45 minutes to an hour long anyway. So half the movie right there. So I think we're going to get in and do that. So yeah, thanks for the comment. And look, with the reaction, we could pop it up on Patreon, man, and say, look, link there. But look, we don't want to be, admittedly, we don't want to be taking the piss. We want to be giving content to people on that platform that's worthy of it. I'm just not going to stick out any old reaction onto the platform and say, here, you can get it there. That's not really, I mean, if we want to be giving them worthwhile stuff there, and hopefully we're doing that. Just I don't know, you need to ask the people on Patreon. We've not got a fucking clue what we're doing on that, man. I was like this when we started. We'll get there, I'm sure. Also, stay tuned for updates on Telepathy 66, 67. They're both getting ready real quick. I think I've started shooting one of them, haven't they? The former is about halfway through shooting. Yep, I should really read that before I say what I said. And the latter is about to begin. It's incredible. It never fails to amaze me how hard-working some of those big Indian superstars are. The likes of VJ Sethapathi, Telepathy, VJ. They just churn out movies. It's incredible, the work ethic they've got. They put a lot of actors over here to shame. But yeah, certainly be looking to do that, man. Absolutely. But here, you can see, getting back to this, very abrupt, I know. Kind of guy I am. You can see here, the sort of, he says, all gods must die, cut straight to Thor. And Thor, obviously not looking at God the God Butcher there. This is a fucking jungle, idyllic sort of setting. Whereas this is, did you see that there when that came up? That's weird as fuck, isn't it? This is also a snowy tundra of a place that he is in. Clearly the same place where this big, monstrous motherfucker's been taken down. Him and Korg have got a sort of front row seat with the popcorn out watching it. Yeah, I mean, he says all God must die. All gods, plural, must die. And we see here Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker looks weird in this trailer. And I can't put my finger on what it is. It looks like it's grown. Maybe it's been on the same regimen as Chris for this movie. But it looks inordinately big. I don't know what it is. It looks fucking massive for me. And it looks, I don't know, quite proppy. Doesn't look like rated. It looks weird to me. I'm sure I'll get used to it when I watch the actual movie, but I've seen it and I'm like, that looks weird. Now, I've completely abandoned even going through this fucking article and the points that they were making. I just went off and just spoke a load of shite and actually just had the trailer up. But they bring up the holiday resort, and as you can see here, it's a holiday resort in New Asgard. And obviously Valkyrie's pissed off. She doesn't want to be there. She's sick of all these tourists gallivanting, as we like to say, around about. And she decides she's going to fuck off, and at one point in this trailer, and I'm going to get to it, what a shot that is, by the way. Fantastic, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. Just brings up Ragnarok, Waititi vibes. When I see those sort of aureoles, is that what you call them? Aura? I don't really call it, man, but when I see that I think of Waititi. I don't know why. I just do. I think of Ragnarok and how colourful it was. We get this moment here where he's clearly fighting, and it's almost reminiscent of Ragnarok, where he's captured and he's fighting Hulk. And it's the game, but what the fuck was he called again? I don't know. The game star. I think that's what your man. Why am I blanking on his name? Shocking. Fucking speak about him all the time. We were talking about him last night. Stephen, help me. Help me, Stephen. Why am I blanking on his name? The man from Jurassic Park with the incredible Jeff Goldblum. Fuck me. Another dementia moment there. How do you forget Jeff Goldblum's name, man? The man with the incredible chest hair. The man with the jazz pianist hands. The man with the monotonous tone which fucking hypnotises generations of people. Also, he was in Ragnarok. This is vibes of that here. But it's these gold bastards again. But it's not the Nova Corps. It is Zeus. It is Zeus. And of course, Russell Crowe is a fat Zeus. And I think that's almost a dark omen for Russell. I know Zeus is traditionally, Jeff Goldblum, traditionally the most powerful god, isn't he? He's the man. But he just reeks of hubris. He reeks of gluttony. He reeks of fucking greed here. This is a man who's rested on his laurels for millennia. He's got the women round about him. He's very devil may care. And at this point, we're seeing this guy growing from strength to strength. He's fucking looking at me. He looks demonic there. He really does. Look at this guy. He looks fucking crazy. He's sticking knives in the ground. I don't know why. But needless to say, I think he's going to fucking murder Zeus. I really do. I think that's going to happen. You don't bring in a fat Russell Crowe to play a very able-bodied Zeus. This is a guy who is going to get stabbed in the gut and bleed out all over the place. The gods bleed. I think they do. He's dying. I'm calling it right fucking now. This mofo is dying. Not even 4 can save him. Incidentally, look at this font. It's just fucking great. Everything about this trailer I loved. How long have I been going, by the way? It seems inordinate. Grandmaster. I said Game Master. I was ready to say Game Master. Sounds like a shite shop. Sell video games back in the 1990s. Go in and get Banjo-Kazooie for the Nintendo 64 back in the day. French version. Or Japanese version, because you couldn't get it anywhere. But it worked. You see, you'd think that's me just like plucking something random out of my arse there, but that's actually something I lived in the 90s. I wanted Banjo-Kazooie, and I got the Japanese version for the Nintendo 64. And it was probably from Game Master. But anyway, that's completely here nor there. That's neither here nor there, I should say. My brain's completely fucking collapsing here. 4. Stormbreaker. I was about to say Master again there. Wow. Sporting this incredible fucking armour once again. Very much back to the Thor we loved before Endgame. Confident Thor. Probably too confident. But would deserve that for after where he's been. Thor deserves that for after where he's been. Game Master was a TV show with Dominic Diamond. I'm going to read that. I've got glasses on. I still can't read that. That's slightly concerning. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I do need the glasses. Dominic Diamond. Stephen, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. That's the first time I've ever heard of Dominic Diamond. I don't even know who that is, man. What a fucking clue who Dominic Diamond is. That sounds like a shit football player. Maybe played for like Wimbledon or something like that. Part of the crazy gang. Sort of small man that was protected by Vinnie Jones. They'd kick fuck out of people and let him play the game. Like Charlie Charles. Sort of Harry Enfield kind of character. Dominic Diamond. Anyway, this is the moment I was talking about with Valkyrie. Incredible. Look at this. Fucking hell. She is actually going toe-to-toe with God the God Butcher. And it slightly concerns me because is she a god? She's certainly Asgardian, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she's an Asgardian. Is she going to bite the bullet here, man? This guy murders gods. Like I murder fucking donuts. It's the best I could come up with in the moment. This guy could potentially take her down, and she's very able-bodied. We've seen that at the end of Endgame. She was flying around in the sort of chariot thing, fucking killing things left, right and centre. But just look at the artisticness of this shot, man. Just look at it. Is this going to be in the movie? Is it going to be like this? This is like fucking black and white version of Snyder Cut that get released in IMAX. But her blade is coloured. She is actually in colour. He is almost in black and white. It is like he is sucking the life out of her and everything around her. It is incredible, man. The visuals in this movie, I keep saying it, man, are fucking astonishing. This trailer's visuals are next level. Look at this, man. We've just got a lot of Valhalla shit happening here. Viking boats just casually going through windows. Because why the fuck not? And as someone who's off the Viking heritage, I'm never going to say no to a Viking boat off a good Danish stock. Dominic Diamond is a TV personality, a big Celtic fan. Well, that's good. Find him on Twitter trolling. Oh, I can imagine. Maybe he's talking about toilets just now. That's all in sort of vogue just now, isn't it? Drinking from toilets. Strange bunch. And yeah, you look at this guy, talking about strange bunches. You look at this guy here, he's looking very pained here, isn't he? He's looking like Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber. It was Jeff Daniels, wasn't it? Obviously the scene where he's shitting through the eye of a needle. He's on the laxative. He looks as though he has been glued to that toilet pan for at least 2 hours, and it just keeps coming. But he looks demonic and he looks kind of scary as well as he shits through the eye of a needle. I didn't even see this, man, watching the trailer. I'm not going to lie, it's blinking you'll miss it moments in this. I didn't see Peter Quill, but there's Drax the Destroyer and there's Nebula. So we've certainly got the Guardians in there. They're all there. That's confirmed. In this trailer, I didn't realise... I can't even speak. I didn't even realise that was her. That she was in this trailer. She was in this movie. You learn something new every day. There we go again. We've got the black and white stuff going on. I can't help think this is maybe some stylistic choice for the trailer not going to be in the movie. because it's fucking weird, but maybe it will. Maybe he's in some alternate universe where there is no colour except from his I can't speak. Let's try that again. Go into Zen-like Buddha state. It's set from in his eyes. His irises are gold. Everything around him is black and white. It's fucking cool, man. It really is. It's a cool trailer. I've not got much more to say. Thankfully, we're at the end of the trailer. Other than to speak about Chris Hemsworth's incredible physique. Obviously, Zeus has his moment here before he gets gutted by Gore. I'm absolutely certain. And he strips him. Look at the fucking physique this guy's got. Now, tell me he's not juicing, and I'll call you a liar. It's absolutely fine to be juicing. If you're a Hollywood actor, you have to get into shape. He's playing Hulk Hogan shortly. But as someone who has done weight training and never get anywhere near this guy's physique, I've got nothing but respect for the build of this man. The body fat, the sort of chiselled chest, the biceps, the deltoids. This guy's like Hugh Jackman. Peak Wolverine. Absolutely phenomenal shape. Of course, in much better shape than him. They're all collapsing because I presume they're in shock at his physique. And you just get the hints of humour in there. We've grown accustomed to Taika Waititi humour, Marvel humour. Here's an E.T. reference, I'm absolutely certain. Just to top off that 80s vibe. That is absolutely a fucking E.T. reference right there. What a shot, man. Look at him flying through the air with Stormbreaker and this sort of little gun shit thing. All in all, just a fantastic trailer. Really enjoyed it. Really looking forward to this movie. Huge fan of Taika Waititi. Huge fan of Thor as a character, the way he was reinvigorated by Taika. And just really looking forward to seeing how this movie plays out. I'm hoping it can be half as good as the trailers suggest it is. I'm going to ditch this incidentally because it's all a bit Inception, and bring this up briefly. I spoke about the poster. Can we get the poster, please? Thank you very much. Can we please take these adverts to fuck off of my screen? Look at this poster, man. This poster will find itself behind me on the wall. I hope if we go to Cineworld again, the super screen, they will be giving them out free of charge like they did with the Batman one, and it's that same quality. And it will find pride of place behind me on the wall, because that is, much like Ragnarok, a very impressive poster. One of the best posters the MCU has produced to date. But well, I'm done, man. It's 12 o'clock at night here, AM, morning. I'm getting to fuck. What was your thoughts on that trailer? What was your thoughts on the poster? What was your thoughts on the contents of the trailer? On God the God Butcher? Do you think because he's pale, white, has a bald head, and looks a bit manic, that he is Voldemort? Can you understand the comparisons? What's your thoughts on any of it, on anything that I've touched upon, on man's inane ramblings, and be forgetting Jeff Goldblum's name for about 20 seconds? It's concerning. If you get anything to say about it, you can comment down below in the comment section. You can also like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs. Incidentally, I was going to speak about fucking Amber Heard again. I was going to speak about her again, man. We may leave that to tomorrow. Maybe something I'll speak with Stephen about. Fire that into a show tomorrow. The talk of her nearly getting recast. I've got some thoughts on that. We'll maybe touch on that tomorrow, because I've got a perfect actor to replace her, who's got great chemistry with Jason Momoa, who's better looking, who's younger, and who's a better actor. Get it done, Warner Brothers. Get her to fuck. But anyway, I'll not speak about that. Maybe tomorrow. You can also do the same over on Twitch. You can hit the follow button over there, hit the notifications thing over there, whatever it is. Don't know what the fuck it is, man. Not going to lie. To get notifications and live streams, everything that we do live over there as well. Regardless of what you do though, thank you for watching. And until the next time, I am done. Bye bye. Try and hit this without looking down. Try. I couldn't do it. Bastard. I need to get a stream deck. It's shit. Bye guys. And thank you very much for the comments. I meant to say that. I appreciate every comment there. Everyone. But most of all, I appreciate Stephen posting about Dominic Diamond and his trolling on Twitter. I'm away to check that out.